Day 39 of doing whatever it takes to make 10,000 a month by 2027. About to grab my food out of the microwave. And yeah, man, I mean, I stayed up pretty late working last night, like 3 something a.m. But hey, doing whatever it takes. Now the mindset I'm in is just trying to identify what's the highest leverage things for me to do at the moment. Because there's this sense of like, hey, I am now actually putting in the effort. I mean, not just now, like I've been doing it. How do we continue to stack the income that we're making? Because I came out here to basically completely to launch a completely rebranded community and offer, so essentially starting from zero in a partnership. And from zero to where we're at now is we've made significant progress. You know, we've signed more than 5 high ticket clients in this last 30-day period, or about 5, I think. And we've gotten a few other low ticket signings. We've actually had a community that's getting some engagement. Within our offer, it's a lot more clear. Sales calls that are being taken pretty solidly. But there's another level, another higher leverage thing that I know we have the skills to be able to do. For example, charge more. So we're going to continue to up the price, which is what we have been doing. Started at $750, then the next sale was for $1,000, then the next sale was for $4,000. The next sale after that was for $4,000, but the first $4,000 guy paid $1,000 up front, and then he paid $3,000 a few weeks later. The next guy, he paid $2,200 up front. He's gonna pay another like $2,000 later. So that said, about to eat my food, but I'm gonna get to work and really ideate on what are these high leverage activities that need to be done. And I know the basics of things, but I want to get like the basic stuff, which is making posts in the community to promote the offer, having DM conversations to build intent, nurture and book calls with people who are interested in what we do, and some other small things, basically automated, so that all only takes a few hours a day max. Because then there's 2 things I want to do: take as many sales calls with highly qualified people as possible that are willing to pay, if the opportunity and offer is right, $5,000 to $10,000 up front, or at least multiple thousands of dollars. And then number 2 is figure out how to have higher leverage in reaching out to those people, staying connected to them. And that's the sort of cycle I want to be in. And essentially from the community angle, automate that as much as possible. So I only am personally following up with the manually putting in the effort to follow up with the highest quality people, so I can create as high leverage as possible, right? As well as just get into different opportunities and different things. So let's go. All right. It is 9 p.m. I'm going to go hit the gym real quick, then come back and get even more work done. Now, I did some work. I'm going to document exactly what I did. So number 1 is I followed up with everybody who's reached out to us regarding anything in the community, Claude for Founders, and a lot of that had to do with an offer we have. Fantastic. We want to talk with those people so we can get the qualified ones who are actually serious about buying on sales calls. With that said, transparently, I did not execute and perform as much as I could have. When I was eating, I watched content, which is something that I'm mostly not doing anymore. And I'm talking about the past. Going forward, I'm just not going to do it anymore because I found zero benefit in it. Like, positively, I mean, if we put into the equation of what I could learn potentially, instead, nothing of the sort. So my mind has a very low stimulation, so I can get right into the work. So when I come back here after the gym, I am going to finish making a post that's promoting an offer, so we can, within the community, obviously, so we can get people who are interested in this stuff. That's fantastic. And then number 2, I'm going to respond to messages in DMs And number three, I'm going to ideate on just reflecting on like what are the highest leverage things to focus on right now? Like how can we replicate the successes we've had recently? That said, time to head out to the gym. I have finished up at the gym. Now it's time to get back to work. I need to work. It's my goal to inspire anyone who is watching to actually be able to put in the execution, but not just by like saying a bunch of motivational words. Something that you do not see in this space, in this business, entrepreneurial, LARPing space, is authenticity and genuine connection with somebody who is going through it. Not like in a bad way, but I just mean they're putting in the work and they're in an opportunity and they have stakes in their lives, but they're showing the reality of it, not just to sell you on something, but to help you understand what they're going through. But also for me, it's partially, I would say selfish, but I would say in self-interest to document what I am doing. Anyways, that said, I am to a certain degree scared of me not actually executing. So I'm going to be very diligent and cognizant of what I do and what I think as soon as I get to starting working, right? Get to the office that I am working at to ensure that I actually put in the work. All right, let me drive right there, get to it. I'm going to work probably for 2 or so hours, eat some food, go back to the crib and go to sleep. It might be 2 or 3 a.m., but I got to get this done. Let's go.